Hello and welcome back. So I'm a bit scruffy today, I haven't had a shave. Sorry about that. Alright, so I've spoken about sigil magic and chaos magic in a couple of other videos. I'll link them at the top here, just so you can go through them and just find out a bit more about sigil magic and where it comes from, its history, things like that. But to put it into a nutshell, sigil magic is used a lot in chaos magic and now a lot in other magic, witchcraft, whatever it may be. But its history goes back a lot further than that. I mean, chaos magic only came about in the 70s. It was only created then by Ray Sherwin and Peter Carroll. But sigil magic itself is about creating a glyph or an image that represents your intent and allowing that intent to be portrayed in a graphical form so that it gets transferred from the conscious to the subconscious mind. And the way you do that is through trance work or some other process where you actually put yourself into an altered state of mind. And then you can transfer it from the conscious to the subconscious, because the conscious it tends to interfere quite a lot. So as soon as you've done your spell work, you're usually told in any spell work to do it and then just forget about it. And the reason for this is as Ray Sherwin noted, he called it lusting after results. And when you lust after results, your conscious mind just kind of bombards it the whole time, eats away at the intent, so it doesn't actually get to its target. So that's why I transfer it to the subconscious, because the subconscious it doesn't analyze, and it doesn't really give a shit actually. It just gets it and it does whatever it needs to with it. So that's the whole reason for doing it. And putting it into a graphical form allows your conscious mind to forget about it, forget what it is. I mean, you can go back to a sigil a couple months later, look at it, and you can't even remember what it was for. But the subconscious does. It always remembers it. It takes the info and it just files it away, and it's always there. So that's why sigil magic is I'd say popular and effective. It's extremely effective, and especially for a manifestation technique, because with all the other standard manifestation techniques, one of the biggest requirements is to create that feeling appreciation and put yourself into the moment and create and well up the emotions that you would feel in that situation. But with sigil magic, it can be a little bit more mechanical and technical. So if you do battle with the whole feeling appreciation thing, try this method, because it's simple, extremely simple, and very effective. And I'm going to show you how to do it, but I'm also going to show you a technique that I use, that I came up with a few years back, that I don't actually think anybody else uses. Just came to me one day, and I think it works well. It gets you into a trance state, and it works very well to transfer the sigil into the subconscious mind. So as I say, go and check out the other videos for a bit more history, a bit more information about sigil magic and things like that. So let's get into it. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper and a pen. Now I've got 2 just in case one doesn't work. So whatever. If you want to use colour, for instance, if you're doing money spell, you might want to use yellow or green. If you're doing love, then you might want to use red. If it's romantic love, get a pink pen. What's nice about sigil magic, you can do the simple method that I'm going to show you, but if you are an artistic person, you can actually go about creating a complete artwork, which becomes your sigil. And so you can get as creative as you like with this. It's up to you really. So let's start with it anyway. So the old method, the original method of creating a sigil, was that you start with a will sentence, which you do now. But it usually started with, it is my will to, and then you'd put down whenever it was. Now try and keep it short, You need to keep it short because you've got to try and get letters out of this and make it very specific. But with manifestation techniques, what we found now is that bringing the intent into the present is more effective. So write your will sentence as if you had the thing now. So I want, I'm going to say, just as an example, I'm going to use I want 1,000 YouTube subscribers. And on that note, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, comment. Love to hear from you, and love to get more people on this channel as well. So when you do your will sentence, in the beginning, try and stay away from numbers because they are kind of difficult to incorporate. What you can do is take the number, you take all the letters, and then combine that into a glyph and just put the number in somewhere. But obviously with the number, when it comes back to trying to recognize what the sigil was and your conscious mind interfering, you're going to see the number, you're going to sort of remember what it was for. So in the beginning, try and stay away from numbers, dates, time frames, quantities, things like that. But I'm just going to say, yes, it works. I have 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So you have that. Okay. Then what you do is you take out all the vowels. So you cancel those out. And then you just write the letters that you're left with. I'm just going to put 1,000 right at the end here. That's the number. Y, T. Some people take out the T as a vowel. Sorry, not the T, the Y. I'm not entirely sure why, but anyway. If you have any repeat letters, actually I'm just going to write them all out so I can show you. S, R, B, R, S. Lots of S's and B's and R's in subscribers. Okay, so you're left with that. See if you can see that. Alright. Then what you do is you take out repeating letters. So that would be my B, my S, my B, my R, and my S. And then you write it again. H, B, Y, T, B, S, R. And you're left with those letters. Okay? So now what you do, you take the letters and all you do is just combine them in some kind of pattern, or, you know, as I say, you can get as creative as you want to, you can make it as simple as you want to. If you're not an artistic person, that's fine, it doesn't matter, you don't need to be. So let's just say we take an H, and you can reverse the letters, you can do whatever you want with them. I'm just going to put a V over there, and then put a Y, and a T, I think I'll put over there, a B, put backwards over there, an S, we can actually do that, and an R, I'm actually just going to incorporate that and make a butterfly. Because I have a butterfly that's manifesting for me at the moment. Well, it's actually a moth, but looks like a butterfly. Alright, so you can end up with something like that. Alright, so I've got a T, I've got a Y, I've got the H, and then I've got a reversed B, and then the S, hang on, let me just get this right. The S would then go from that top curve of the B and then continue through there, and then the R I've put over there, and there's the bottom line over there. Okay, so you can do it again if you want to, make it a bit more compact, just change it up slightly. Can you see what I'm doing here? Not really. Yeah, that B, R, and S look a bit like my butterfly. Okay. Actually close that off and do a V and a Y. See, the V and the Y actually become, you've got the V and then you've got the Y, so the V and the Y become the same shape, or from the same shape. So you can combine them into whatever you need to do. So let's just take that as my glyph. I'd usually go a bit further, try a few different designs and find which one I actually enjoy and that speaks to me. But I'm just going to go with this for demonstration purposes now. So take the second piece of paper, blank. In old grimoires, you may have noticed if you've read them, they often speak about using virgin parchment. And I don't know if everybody else was confused, but I was confused for a while about what a virgin parchment is. All it means really is the virgin part is just that it's clean, hasn't been used before. And parchment is something that they used to write on the old days. So a clean piece of paper, that's what it really means. Okay, so you draw your glyph in the middle. Now with this, as I say, you can use different colours. You can put little symbols on the ends of the lines if you want to. I'm going to put my 1000 over there. You don't, if you actually do use numbers, you don't actually need to put the number into the glyph because it is part of your will sentence. So your subconscious will relate back to that. So if you don't want to put the number in, that's fine, you don't have to. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yes, you can put squiggles, you can put little hearts in if you want to, you can do whatever you want with it, really, it's just a creative process. Then this piece of paper, you get rid of. Okay, so I've got my little glyph in the middle of the paper there, oops, there, okay. So this we just get rid of, I'm just going to use it to press on. Now, that was the creation, now we launch it. And to do that, as I said, you should ideally get it into a altered state of consciousness or trance state. You can do that through any method that you feel comfortable with, whether it's breath technique, meditation. You can use drumming, clacking. Clacking is actually the same as drumming, but you use stones. It's quite a sharp sound, so it actually makes your mind actually focus quite intensely on it. You can use dance, spontaneous singing. Spontaneous singing is where you get yourself into a meditative, and you actually start with a trance state when you do spontaneous singing actually. But you just start singing whatever comes out your mouth, and it allows the energy to flow through freely. It's quite a nice technique. I use it quite a lot. You can use overtoning, sex magic, you can use sex, masturbation, whatever technique actually gets you into an altered state of consciousness. As I've said before, death postures, but we're not really going to go into those because they're difficult and quite intense. Alright, so you have your glyph. I'm just going to see if I can push this back a little further so you can see the page. I think you can, yeah, you can sort of see it now. Alright, so you take your glyph, take your pen. This, as I say, this is a method I came up with a while back and it is really simple. And I've got the mic here so hopefully you can hear it when it happens. So what you do is you gaze at the glyph. Through the whole process you just gaze at the glyph. And direction that you want to go into, I don't think it really matters, but if you feel like you want to go clockwise because you're pulling energy into yourself or pulling something toward yourself, then do that. So all you do is you go around in a circle, slow circle. And as you're doing this, you're going to hear the pen or pencil on a piece of paper, and it becomes this monotonous, constant sound. and you just keep gazing. Okay, now this could go on for a long time. You can do this for as long as you want to. Okay, I'm not going to carry on too long because otherwise you're going to get a bit bored. But I think you get the general idea. So all you do is, once you feel it's ready, you're in a trance state. It can be a light trance state, it can be a deep trance state, doesn't matter. And then you start moving towards the middle. So the spiral gets tighter and tighter and faster and faster until you've completely covered the glyph. And that's it. It's launched. That's all you need to do. And you can take a piece of paper, do whatever you want with it. You can burn it. You can fold it as a petition paper. With a petition paper, I'm going to do another video specifically for petition papers. But with petition papers, you fold it. If it's something you're bringing towards yourself, manifestation into your life, then you fold it towards yourself in half. And then you turn it clockwise, a quarter turn clockwise, and then you fold it again towards yourself. Make it as tight as you can. Turn it once more clockwise, quarter turn, and then fold it once more towards yourself. That's 3 folds. 3 is the number for manifestation. And then you can take this, you can burn it, you can bury it. The hoodoo way of laying down tricks is quite a nice thing to look into for how to dispose of it, really. Well, disposal or laying down of tricks in the hoodoo tradition. So as I say, you can burn it, you can bury it in the garden. If it's like a money manifestation, a nice one to do is bury it in the front garden, leading up to the path leading up to the front door. Or you can bury it under your step. You can put it under your door mat. You can, if you've got a front porch, you can put it under. You can do that. If you live in an apartment and you can't actually dig up the tiles at your front door, which would probably get you into a lot of trouble. You can buy a plant pot. If you can't put it outside your door because it might get stolen, then you just put it just inside your front door. Buy a nice big plant pot, bury it in the soil. You can go to a crossroads and throw it over your left shoulder to the crossroads and then walk away and don't look back. Same thing with if you want to use a stream or a river. Just back to the river or stream, throw it over your left shoulder, walk away, don't look back. So yeah, have a look into hoodoo tricks. I'll obviously be doing some more videos about that. And that's it. That's how simple it is. I mean, what could be simpler, right? And again, just so, because obviously this was about subscribers, please subscribe and press the notification bell. And do comment. I love hearing from people. I love getting their opinions and their impressions. Not just on what I'm doing and what I'm talking about here and if my videos are any good, but you know, just generally what they'd like to actually hear about and their opinions about what it is, because everybody has their own opinions, and it's nice to actually hear how other people view things and how they feel about it. What they do in their practices. I love hearing people talk about their own practices. So that's it. That's all you need to do. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you next week, or you'll see me next week. And cheers.